Hello everyone and welcome to Module 1, Lesson 1 of your Professional Diploma in Social Media Marketing. Attending Lesson 1 is the first step to starting your journey on the road to social media success. Thank you so much for choosing to study with Shaw Academy. I hope that you are as excited as I am to start learning. I have an interesting fact to get those minds jump-started. Did you know that there are 3.2 billion social media users worldwide? That equates to about 42% of the current world population. That is a mind-boggling number of people available at your fingertips to market your product or service to. And the growth rates of social media users is expected to rise at an estimated rate of 9% year on year. That is an endless stream of new markets that you can target through social media marketing. I think that this stat alone highlights how important social media marketing has become for businesses worldwide. My name is Jessica Hanna and I will be your course educator for the duration of this diploma. I am really passionate about social media and strategizing for business, and I hope that as we go, you will be inspired to create awesome, impactful, and successful social media campaigns. Before we begin, there are a few housekeeping tips to run through. We want to ensure that you get the best experience with Shaw Academy. If you haven't done so already, you can download the app onto your phone or tablet, which you will find in your app store. Remember to set the allow notification so that you don't miss any lessons. You will get the most value out of this course if you attend every lesson, and we try to make it as easy as possible for you to attend. When you open the app, you'll be able to see a useful reminder countdown clock until your next lesson starts. You can also click on courses to view more information about the current course that you are on. And we understand that life happens. So if you ever miss a lesson, it is possible to go back to watch a recording or to join a class using the red watch recording button. You can also do all of this through our website at shawacademy.com, where you can log in with your registration details. This will bring you through to your members area, where you will be able to see your courses. You can also join your class from this page, and if you click on the course page, you can catch up on lesson recordings, or if you just want to rewatch a lesson by clicking on the watch recording button. This page also has lots of information about when your next lesson is coming up. You can reschedule your lesson and you'll be able to see that there are quizzes, assignments, and extra resources to help you throughout the course. We recommend that you add your lesson to your calendar so that you get reminders about when your next lesson is. Throughout the course, we expect and encourage you to ask as many questions as you need to. Our AI chatbot Morpheus is here to answer any questions that you have, along with our course educators. You can ask questions and type your answers to any questions that I pose to you in the chat box as well, which you will find in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. You can chat with Morpheus and with your classmates if Morpheus doesn't give you the answer that you are looking for. Don't be shy to ask your classmates what their thoughts are or answer any questions that your classmates have, as this will help you with your understanding and knowledge of the course content. We would really appreciate it if you could rate the responses that you get from Morpheus so that we can improve them as well as improve your Shaw Academy experience going forward. And if you have any other queries, you are more than welcome to email us on support@shawacademy.com. Let's quickly give Morpheus a test run. I would love to know what you want to achieve through completing this course. The key to success is effort and commitment, and we are here in the trenches with you to help you succeed. All you have to do is don't drop out. You will see improvements with every single lesson and be one step closer to achieving your goals. To get you excited for what's to come, let's take a look at the course outline. You are on Module 1 of a 4-module course, and as we progress through the modules, each one will become more advanced, so that at the end of this course, not only will you have a professional diploma in social media marketing, but the necessary skills to enable you to implement a successful social media strategy that is tailored to your business. By the end of Module 1, you will be able to identify your target audience, as well as optimize your social media platforms and understand the key concepts of a social media strategy. Once you have completed Module 2, You will have all the necessary skills required to compile a profitable social media strategy specific to your business. In Module 3, we will teach you how to use the available features on various social media platforms. And finally, by the end of Module 4, you will be able to link your social media in with other marketing tactics and use advanced content techniques to attract your audience to your brand. If we dive a little bit more deeply into our Module 1 outline, over the next 8 weeks, we will introduce you to the general marketing and social media concepts. We will get to know the social media platforms, how to decipher our target audience. You will understand the importance of a social media strategy as well as the various elements involved. We will also learn how to optimize social media profiles. We will run through basic data analysis and reporting. We will look at the key concepts of content creation as well as an introduction to social media management. So we have an exciting few weeks ahead. Let's jump right in to Lesson 1. As you know, this is an introduction to marketing and social media. You may already know some of the information that I'm about to go over. If you do, please bear with me. Feel free to answer your fellow classmates' questions or start a relevant chat on the topics that we are covering. If you are completely new to marketing or to social media and there is something that you do not know or understand, we will be delving into detail on all the elements that we cover in later modules. This is just the introduction, so don't stress, but always feel free to ask Morpheus or your classmates if there is anything that you don't understand. By the end of this lesson, you would have learned what marketing is, as well as what social media is and how it fits into your overall marketing efforts. You will also learn some of the reasons why social media is a good option to incorporate into your marketing, as well as the social media life cycle. We are going to go over the various trends that you can incorporate into your social media marketing strategy, as well as looking at how to budget for social media marketing. We are going to run through some terms that you will hear throughout this lesson and in further lessons. A common term that you will hear is search engine optimization. This is the process of increasing the quantity and quality of organic traffic to your website. You will also hear the term content marketing. This is the creation and distribution of valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience. Campaign is something that comes up often as well, either in marketing or in social media. A campaign is a coordinated marketing effort to reinforce or assist with a business goal. And search engine marketing is the process of increasing a website's visibility in search engine results pages, primarily through paid advertising. We have Chatbot, which is a piece of software that conducts a conversation via auditory or textual methods. And then we will also mention return on investment, which is the ratio between net profit and the cost of investment. Other terms that you will hear include unique selling proposition or unique selling point. This is a marketing concept first proposed as a theory to explain a pattern in successful advertising campaigns in the early 1940s. The USP states that such campaigns made unique propositions to their customers to convince them to switch brands. You will also hear messenger apps. These are apps or platforms that enable messaging, many of which started around social networking platforms. You will also hear the term brand ambassador. This is a person who is paid to endorse or promote a particular company's products or services. We will look at conversions or a conversion. This is the point at which a recipient of a marketing message performs the desired action. You will also hear the term organic reach quite a lot. This is the number of people who have seen your post through unpaid distribution. And finally, algorithm, which is a set of rules or calculations that are used to solve problems and deliver results. Let's quickly just zoom out and look at the bigger picture, and then we will start zooming into specifics. As a business with an amazing product or service, in order to sell that product or service, you need to create awareness around your brand and offering. Then you need to draw people in to purchase your product or service, and then you need to find ways to get them to come back. This overall process is called marketing. So, what exactly is marketing? The definition that I have of marketing is the study and management of exchange relationships. It is the business process of creating relationships with and satisfying customers. With a customer-centric approach, marketing is one of the primary components of business management. While ultimately, the end goal of marketing is to get your target market to purchase your product or service, it's customer satisfaction and building a relationship that turns them into a repeat customer and a brand ambassador. Do you have any other definitions of marketing? I would love to hear them. It is believed that early traders used a form of marketing by the way they presented their goods on display tables at markets. While this is technically not considered marketing, the original idea was there. Out of all the other competitor stores next to you, you wanted to attract passers-by to your stall by catching their attention with beautiful displays. But it wasn't really until the later part of the Industrial Revolution that modern era marketing started to rise. Because of the number of factories and increased output of consumer goods, purchasing goods was becoming easier for consumers. And as infrastructure, transportation, and mass media began to take hold, it created a need for producers of goods to find a more sophisticated way of informing consumers about their products, as well as working out what products to create in order to meet the needs of consumers. This is not unlike today, and the basic concept hasn't changed since then, just the methodology that we use. With the advent and rise of the internet, marketing has evolved into a complex matrix of activities that aim to attract, inform, entertain, and retain potential customers. In order to achieve this, it is essential that every business has a marketing strategy. Let's look at what a marketing strategy is. A marketing strategy is the plan of action outlining how you will promote and sell a product or service. 24% of businesses interviewed in a Smart Insights survey reported that they did not have a formal strategy in place. One of these companies could be your competitors, which means that by implementing a strategy, you could be ahead of the game. There are also about 4.6 billion pieces of content published online every day. And we are constantly being bombarded by people, work, phones, computers, ads, blogs, videos, pictures, social media, TV, radio, the list goes on. So a spray and pray approach to marketing simply will not get you anywhere. Do you have a marketing strategy in place at the moment? If you do, you can maybe give me a little bit more information about it. But if you don't, tell me why you haven't invested in one yet. Let's take a look at what should be included in a comprehensive marketing strategy. The start of any marketing strategy is market research. This is required to determine buying habits within your industry, the market size, your potential market growth, as well as current trends within your industry that you can leverage. Then you want to look at who your target market is. With a worldwide audience at your fingertips, you may be tempted to say, well, everyone is my audience, or anyone who will buy my product. But it's important to identify who your most likely buyers are, and this will literally determine every single other action that you take within your business. You also want to consider your market positioning. So what is the perception of your brand and how do you want to be perceived by your audience? Your branding needs to be compelling and your marketing messages need to be clearly aligned and communicated with the way that you want to be perceived over various platforms. Once this is all in place, you can then have a look at who your competition is through competitive analysis. You need to identify who your competitors are, as well as what your unique selling proposition is, and then use that in your marketing to set yourself apart from them. Then comes the fun and most important part of all, which is determining your market strategy. This will outline how you will attract your most likely buyers. It should include the entire marketplace and break down your marketing into tactics such as events, direct mail, email, social media, content, and all other manner of marketing techniques. In order to market your product or service, you will need to identify a budget. You will need to be able to work within your means. Your budget doesn't only refer to ad spend. It could also refer to the resources that you need to research and strategize, to design, to write copy, as well as to manage the entire process. And finally, you need to measure the entire process. In order to gauge your marketing success, you need to establish goals and metrics to measure those goals by. Let's start zooming in. In marketing, we have two terms. We have traditional marketing and we have digital marketing. Simply put, traditional marketing is the pre-internet era of marketing, while digital marketing is the post-internet era of marketing. Some examples of traditional marketing would include print media. We're looking at newspapers, magazines, pamphlets. We also have direct mail, which includes catalogs and postcards. You can use telephone via telemarketing or SMS. There's also broadcast, which includes radio and television. And finally, outdoor marketing, which would include billboards or flyers. While digital marketing includes content marketing, such as blog posts, email marketing, which is obviously over email, social media marketing using platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, search engine optimization, which is optimizing your website for search engines, and finally, search engine marketing, which is your paid advertising. There are some key differences between traditional and digital. Traditional is more limited to a specific location, whereas digital allows you to target a global audience. Traditional also intends to incur higher costs. If you want to place a billboard ad, you most likely need to outsource a lot of the work, whereas with digital, you can do most of it yourself. Traditional media also allows for only one-way communication. You can't get feedback on a billboard, and if you do, it will most likely be through social media, while digital marketing has transformed marketing into a two-way street for communication. There is also not much flexibility within traditional marketing. Once your ad has been printed or published, it's very hard to change. But with digital channels, such as social media and online ads, you can easily adjust your ad copy or images. With traditional marketing, it's also harder to measure your return on investment. Whereas with digital, it's easier to measure as you can track where the person came from, what they did, and where they converted into a paying customer. It is important to remember at this point that an integrated marketing approach, which is making use of multiple platforms, can broaden your reach, but it also depends on where your audience is and what platforms they respond to in order to drive them to purchase. Out of these two marketing types, tell me, do you use traditional and digital? And if so, what kinds of traditional and digital medias do you make use of? Within digital marketing, we also have two main types of strategies that we use. The first is organic marketing, and this is any marketing effort that is not paid for. And the second is paid marketing, which, as the name suggests, is any marketing effort that is paid for. Some examples of organic marketing strategies include search engine optimization, social media marketing, as well as content marketing. While some examples of paid marketing strategies would include search engine marketing, email marketing, and social media adverts. Under both organic and digital marketing, there are various other strategies that you can incorporate. And you will learn a lot more about these as we progress through the course. We also have different media types that we use. There is owned media, and this comprises of digital marketing channels that a company exercises complete control over. There is paid media, which refers to external marketing efforts that involve a paid placement. And then finally, we have earned media. This is the publicity gained through promotional efforts other than paid media advertising, and is essentially the online form of word of mouth. Let's have a look at how all of these media types work together. In order to have a comprehensive, successful strategy, you need to be able to leverage all of these media types. Your web properties, which fall under owned media and include your website, your mobile site, blog, and social media channels, will be driven by organic marketing, such as SEO and branded content, which in turn will drive your earned media, which is sharing, mentions, reposts, and reviews. This all falls under organic marketing and contributes to brand trust as well as online authority, which then further contributes to your search engine optimization. You can then propel sharing and engagement with paid promotion or advertising, such as pay-per-click, display ads, retargeting, paid influencers, content promotion, and social media ads, which all help you to gain more exposure on your web properties, and the circle goes on as you scale up your marketing efforts and your business grows. But once you know what social media types you are using within your strategy, you need the right technology to carry it out. Enter the digital tech stack. The digital tech stack is the grouping of technologies that you will use to carry out your marketing efforts. Don't be overwhelmed by the next slide. You do not have to use every single software listed here. Only the ones that you need to carry out your advertising and promotion, to create your content and build your customer experiences, to socialize with customers and build relationships, to run your commerce, sales, and data, as well as to manage all your marketing efforts. I know that you can't really see what is happening on the screen right now, but there is a larger version of this tech stack in your starter packs. So make sure that you download it, and then you can zoom in and check out all the various technologies that are available to you under the different headings. This is just to give you an idea of what technologies are available to you and the various cogs that power the marketing machine. You can also see where social media fits into your overall marketing efforts. So if we zoom into these sections, you can see that social falls under advertising and promotion, bringing us back to our paid marketing strategy segment. And it also falls under social and relationships, bringing us back to our organic marketing efforts. Do you have technologies that you currently use for your social media marketing? Let me know what they are, and maybe we can discuss them in further detail. Now that you have an umbrella idea of the high-level marketing concepts, let's take a closer look at what social media marketing is. Would anyone like to give me their definition of social media marketing? Fantastic. So social media marketing is the use of various techniques on social media platforms to spread brand awareness and to promote a product or service to convert a target audience into a customer. Your social media marketing should form part of your overall digital marketing strategy, as well as have its own strategy. We will be covering strategy development in lesson 4, which you definitely do not want to miss out on, as this is the most vital part of social media marketing. It is also important to understand the social media life cycle. Social media has become much more of a science than an art. And ultimately, it is an infinite circle of activity. You can reach milestones according to the goals that you set, but then you will set new goals and restart the process. The social media process begins with identifying who your target audience is. Who are they? Where are they? What do they do online? Why do they do it online? And how does your product or service relate to them? Once you know your audience, it's much easier to identify how you will target them in your marketing strategy, the platforms that you will use, and the content that you need to produce to attract them. Then comes the fun part, which is developing your various types of content. From identifying the images and the copy that your audience is most likely to respond to adjusting it for different platforms and devices. Once you have solidified what content to produce, you then need to look at what tools you will need to manage everything. Remember the tech stack that we were just talking about? This will help you create your content, post your content, monitor, and measure it. During implementation, you will need to begin to track and measure the responses that your content gains, and then align those interactions with your goals. You need to then continuously be adjusting your content according to the data that you gather. It takes at least 6 months to a year to build up a significant amount of data to be able to identify whether your social media marketing is making the impact that you want it to. And then you need to listen to the feedback. So what is the perception online around your brand? You then need to start from the very beginning again, and you may find that you have new markets that you didn't previously feel were relevant, or you have grown and are now capable of expanding into other markets. My suggestion is to create a marketing strategy for a year and then create quarterly content campaigns based on your strategy, which you can then adjust as you start to accrue data. I know that this may seem like a lot of effort for only one section of your marketing, but this process and the development of a strategy ensures that you are meeting the right audience on the platforms that they are on with the content that they like. And it also saves your team a lot of time as you know what content to create, where to post it, and why you are posting it. Other reasons that you want to use social media for your marketing are that social media is generally a lot more cost effective. You can spend a lot less on social than other platforms and get far more reach. Using social media, you can reach and target an international audience to purchase your product or service. With audience data, you are able to identify new potential markets that you could target and sell to. Marketing is also increasingly becoming a two-way street. According to Sprout Social, nearly half of all consumers have taken to social media to ask questions or raise concerns, allowing you to have meaningful interactions with your customers. You also have access to data on who your audience is and who your customer is. At this point, it is important to note that not all of your followers will translate into buying customers. Not only does social allow you to communicate with your customer, but to get feedback and comments on your product or service in order to improve it. Social media is also a business or industry intelligence goldmine. You can monitor and leverage trends within your industry to create relevant content that will attract your audience, as well as listen to what is being said about your brand. You are able to see what your competitors are getting up to, how many followers they have, and what their followers like or dislike, allowing you to gauge what types of content work and what types of content don't. You can also identify relevant audiences that they are possibly not targeting. And in one of the latest trends, social shopping is on the rise. Depending on your location, your audience is able to immediately purchase and pay directly from social media platforms. Are there any other reasons that you want to use social media for your marketing? Let us know. Trends on social media are continuously changing. This has both its pros and its cons. The pro is that it continuously provides you with new ways to attract your audience. The con, however, is that you have to keep up with the changing trends and create the relevant content for it. There are some specific social media trends at the moment that you can apply to your strategy to drive conversions. Using images in your content is a great way to gain engagement. Our brain only needs 1/10 of a second to understand an image, and people remember visual information 6 times better than information that they have read or heard. Content with relevant images tends to get about 94% more views than content without images. So if you only have copy, at least make sure that you post a relevant image with it. You can also make use of video. This in particular is on the rise, and it's not just chili eating competitions or funny cat videos that people are watching. Views for branded video content on YouTube have almost doubled over the last 3 years, while Facebook has seen an increase in 258% of branded video views. While this can be an expensive medium to produce, it will certainly give your social media a boost. You should also make use of ephemeral content. This is rich media, primarily images and videos that are only accessible for a brief period of time, such as Facebook Stories. And on multiple platforms, stories are growing 15 times faster than feed-based sharing. Don't be shy to get users involved with your brand through user-generated content. This is also known as user-created content, and this is any form of content that has been created and posted by users to online platforms. UGC posts shared to social channels see a 28% higher engagement rate than standard brand posts. And if you share and reward the user that posted the content, they will be more likely to post again. Generally, people trust information from people they know. You can also get influencers and micro-influencers involved. An influencer is a person with the ability to influence potential buyers of a product or service by promoting or recommending the items on social media. You can use either well-known celebrities or take a more community-based approach by using brand ambassadors. 49% of consumers depend on influencer recommendations, and 40% will purchase something after seeing it on Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook. But you need to be extremely careful when it comes to influencers. Consumers are wising up to marketing techniques, and they can smell inauthentic content from a mile away. So above all, be authentic and genuine. The use of Messenger and chatbots provides a more personalized brand experience for your consumer. They want to feel as though you care about them and their needs. Using Messenger platforms such as Facebook Messenger provides that personal experience. 47% of consumers say that they would buy a product directly from a chatbot. If anything, make sure that your content renders correctly on mobile. Mobile usage has surpassed desktop usage, and adapting your content to mobile is becoming extremely important. It's never nice when you're scrolling through and you see a campaign, but you're only seeing half of it. Users will most likely scroll right past your content without even giving it a second glance. You can also entertain your audience with more interactive content. This is content that requires the participants' active engagement. 90% of consumers report they want more visual and interactive content from brands. And finally, who better to trust than people that work at a company? Make use of employee advocacy. This is using your employees as brand ambassadors to promote your company, products, or service through their social media channels. On Facebook alone, the average user has 155 friends. If you take the number of employees you have and times that by 155, that is a huge potential reach. And this is only on one social media platform. There are also other channels that your employees may be using that you are not using. This opens up a whole new market. Again, people are more likely to trust people they know. And 53% of people will trust a regular employee compared to 47% who will trust a CEO, and even more people at 65% will trust a company technical expert. This will also benefit your employees, as 86% of employees involved in a formal advocacy program say that it had a positive effect on their careers. Are there any other content types that are not on this list that you have found to be successful? To give you a better idea of some of these trends, I've compiled some examples of successful campaigns that I absolutely love. One example is by the Dollar Shave Club. They shot their video in 2012. It cost them $4,500 and it took a single day to shoot. It also went supernova viral within 72 hours, receiving over 22 million video views. They had 12,000 new subscribers the day after the video, and Unilever made an all-cash acquisition of the Dollar Shave Club for $1 billion. Let's take a look at this campaign.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis.
And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, Pop-Up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, I drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you, see you, see you.
I hope that you enjoyed that video, but let's take a look at what made it so successful. Within the video, they provide a real solution, and they also create a unique customer experience. When a user subscribes, they send a welcome email. They also have beautifully packaged their product with a welcome note, and sometimes they provide free samples. This in turn makes customers want to take a picture and share it on social media, which the company then reshares as user-generated content and rewards their customer with a free t-shirt, driving social media engagement. It also generates referrals, drives word of mouth, and creates a customer-centric culture that extends the lifetime value of each subscriber to their products. Tell me whether you enjoyed this campaign or not. Another successful campaign was a user-generated content campaign. This was done by Coca-Cola. They started producing Cokes with the most popular names on them, starting in Australia and then working their way around the globe to 80 different countries. They used a multi-channel approach, placing ads on TV, newspapers, and other forms of outdoor media. They also implemented an interactive campaign where users could customize and share a virtual can of Coke. This campaign drove participation and user-generated content at a large scale as people started sharing selfies with their name on a Coke. Is there anyone here who cannot say that they don't have a photo with their name on a Coke? You're more than welcome to share your photo with us, and let's have a look. Through the Share a Coke campaign, there were 76,000 virtual cans of Coke shared. Website traffic increased by 870%, their Facebook page followers grew by 39%, and the ratio of young to adult Coca-Cola consumption grew by 7%, which is a huge amount when you consider that the average conversion rate is actually only 2%. Another example of a successful campaign was done by American Express. They started an influencer campaign with Tina Fey targeting older millennials based on the hashtag adulting trend that they noticed was making the rounds. They got Tina Fey to send congratulations to people using this specific hashtag for life milestones such as meeting the in-laws or flying with your baby for the first time, as well as others. Let's quickly have a look at what kind of congratulations they were sending.
Congrats on moving in together. Congrats on your promotion. Congrats on flying with your baby for the first time.
Introducing Everyday Congrats with Tina Fey. A surprise delivery of social high fives to say congrats, millennials, you're doing it. Doing what? Adulting. That social phenomenon of boasting and posting about grown-up little victories. For the Blue Cash Everyday Card campaign, Amex decided to help people celebrate these everyday achievements. But these congrats weren't one-size-fits-all. We based our videos on the most talked about, shared, and loved adulting victories, which were identified using billions of data points from Facebook's API. Which helped us serve up the right kind of congrats right when you earned it. Meeting the parents, Sarah? Here's to you.
Congrats on meeting your future in-laws for the first time. You're doing it. But remember, you don't want to go in there empty-handed, so always bring them something nice. Like this beautiful cheese wheel. And hey, if they don't like cheese, you don't want to be a part of that family anyway. This is what you've been smelling. So.
Got a new gig, Bob? Well done.
Congrats on landing that new job. Now, you're probably going to want to find a way to stand out to your boss. Here's my suggestion. Fake glasses. Yep, I've been doing it for 20 years. Look how dumb I look when I take them off. What a moron, right?
And we watched as thousands of friends tagged thousands of their friends going through the same adulting moments. So far, the Everyday Congrats campaign is translating into some serious love for the Amex brand.
This cat is boxing a squirrel. It's so good. I also got beans. Woohoo!
Hashtag winning.
I think that we can see why this campaign was so successful. It makes use of video, influencer marketing, as well as trend jacking, targeting a very specific audience and delivering relevant and timely messages through their content that would appeal to that audience. The campaign received 50% millennial participation and 55% in repeat users. Another successful campaign was through a messenger or chatbot campaign, which was done by Starbucks. This is their barista app, and it's an AI chatbot, not unlike our AI chatbot Morpheus. It allows users to order their favorite drinks through the app, which can also be done through voice command. Users can earn rewards, which can then also be redeemed at the store. This campaign is made so successful because it creates a very personalized service, as it remembers the consumer's habits and personal preferences. It also allows users to order specific multiple orders and solves the problem by cutting out time spent waiting in queues. Is there anyone watching today that uses this specific app? If not, download it and give it a try. Let us know what you think about it. And last but not least, we have an example of a successful interactive content campaign. Adidas created an interactive campaign that drives users to get involved and allows them to personalize the brand. They ran a competition that encouraged Snapchat users to design a fashion line on white Adidas clothing using Snapchat doodles. The winners were invited to Adidas to create their clothing. The campaign boasted 4,000 entries. They saw a 1,000% increase in Snapchat followers and 4 million video views. Let's quickly have a look at how successful this campaign was.
Young teens don't want to be told what to do, where to go, and most definitely not what to wear. So we put our new fashion collection and campaign in their hands by hacking the world's fastest growing and most impenetrable social platform. Introducing the first collection designed by you on Snapchat.
Hi guys, I have some really exciting news. Adidas Neo is giving you the chance to design and win your own collection. You can design it yourself, so go to their Snapchat.
We launched with a fashion film featuring 4 all-white, undesigned looks, serving as a blank canvas for budding fashionistas. The film invited our fans to use Snapchat's Doodle tool to create their own fashion designs on the white outfits. Fans entered by screenshotting the outfit and the footwear, designing over it, and then sending it back to us using Snapchat's chat mode. Anyone could be a designer, even on the school bus. And so thousands of people took part. There were no rules or limits, and obviously everyone was chatting about it. From the thousands of amazing entries, we picked 4 winners and flew them to our Germany HQ, where they worked with our design team to bring their designs to life.
Hi everyone, welcome to our Snapchat takeover. I'm here with the winning designers at the Adidas Neo headquarters. This is the first time anything like this has been done, so it's super exciting to be a part of.
Finally, we reposted our lookbook video with over 800 of our favorite fan designs laid back frame by frame, celebrating the amazing entries and unveiling the unique finished collection. The innovative campaign was a huge success. Neo's following increased by 1,000% in a matter of weeks. We cracked the world's most popular platform to truly co-create a first-of-its-kind fashion line, turning our audience from consumers to collaborators, and reminding everyone that Adidas Neo is the most innovative youth fashion brand, powered by the people who wear it.
So there are some key factors amongst all of these campaigns that I've shown you that made them so successful. Throughout all the campaigns, each brand knew its target audience, the platforms that they make use of, and the type of content that would appeal to them. Their campaigns are also authentic and personalized to their target audience, and most of these campaigns had some kind of budget to put towards them. Budgets these days are necessary for social media marketing in the current climate. Welcome to the age of the organic reach decline. All social media platforms use algorithms to rank content. And following the 2017 Facebook data controversy, Mark Zuckerberg decided that the platform had become too commercialized and business orientated. So Facebook started to prioritize content posted by friends over content posted by publishers. Most other platforms have followed suit. This means that in order to gain traction with your social media, you have to have some kind of budget to put towards ad spend. If we look at this graph, over the past 8 years, we have gone from an average of 26% organic reach to about 0.2% organic reach. This is a drastic drop. Have you specifically noticed any decline in your organic reach on social media posts? Let me know if you have and how drastic it's been. A question that often gets asked is, what should my social media marketing budget be? Unfortunately, there is no straightforward answer to this, as we need to consider the size of your business. We also need to look at what industry you are in. Some industries are ridiculously competitive, such as the health or insurance industries, which means that the advertising cost is much higher. But we can work out a general guideline on what other companies are doing. According to webstrategies.com, most companies spend about 5 to 15% of annual revenue on marketing. Of this annual revenue, approximately 35 to 45% should go towards your digital marketing activities, and of that digital marketing budget, about 15 to 25% usually gets spent on social media marketing efforts. This is both organic and paid. If your budget is lower than this, don't stress. Having more budget is not necessarily better. It's all about where you put that budget as opposed to how much budget you have. But we also need to remember that social media budget does not only refer to ad spend. It can also include the resources and time required to implement the process. It takes time to develop a strategy, to design the visuals, as well as write the copy, setting up the ads, tracking results, and managing the entire process. Even if you are doing all of this yourself, instead of hiring the resources, you are still paying in the form of time. And as the old saying goes, time is money. Top tip, don't let any of the other activities eat into your ad spend. Even if you only spend a few $100s, you can potentially reach thousands of people. We will look more closely at how to allocate your budget in Module 2. In the meantime, I have a challenge for you. Of all the trends that we went through today, I would love for you to find an example of one of those trends that we discussed from the brands that you follow on social media. You can post this to the Shaw Academy Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Shaw Academy, and you can include the hashtag social media trends. Coming up in the next lesson, we will learn about the various social media platforms and the demographics of each. In this lesson, you have learned about the various elements that make up marketing. You should also know what social media marketing is and how it fits into your overall marketing strategy, the social media life cycle, as well as why social media is useful for your business marketing. You should also know about the different types of trends that you can incorporate into your strategy and understand how to set aside a social media budget based on your business size. Congratulations on completing Lesson 1. I hope that you are inspired and ready to start implementing some of the trends that we have learned about into your social media marketing. Please feel free to send us any feedback or suggestions. You can email us on support@shawacademy.com. Again, well done on completing the lesson. Remember that every lesson builds towards your goals. Just don't drop out and you will achieve your goals with us. Thank you so much for attending and again for choosing Shaw Academy.